Welcome back to PACERS Gaming Podcast, presented by Salesforce. I'm Eric Ward, aka JaySnags Gaming, here with our 9th overall pick, our power forward, now 3v3 lockdown, Julio Boy, aka JaySnags. Appreciate you taking the time to come hang out with us. First off, where did you get the name JaySnags from, for those who might not know?
So, growing up playing stage, I guess snagging was like a term everybody used for the stage centers, and I didn't know what to put. Like my name Julio doesn't match it, so I just went with Jay, and then I just put it all together.
What were you before that? So you got to the stage, and that's what you became, like JaySnags. So like, what was like the first gamer tag you kind of came up with? I know everybody has like a funny one.
I think I've been JaySnags since 15.
Since 15?
Yeah, 2K15. So I just stuck with it.
Did you start off on PlayStation or?
Nah, I started off on Xbox. I started off with my IRLs, and I think I made a shooting guard, and then I transitioned to big later that year.
Was it just because like that's how like kind of how the stage was, like the people you were playing with started getting better, so you're like, all right, let me just move to a different position?
Yeah, I was seeing that you needed the big man on the court. So then my IRL was like, yo, just make a big man, and then we can play twos and stuff. So I did that, and then that's when we started playing threes.
Gotcha. So I know with stage, I know we're coming in like 3v3 season is fairly new to the 2K League, but at what point do you think like, oh, I can do this professionally? I know you started playing 5v5 the last couple of years, so like at what point do you like, oh, I'm gonna try to go for this 2K League thing?
So with the whole like the first Coinbase and stuff like that, me and my whole stage friends, we competed against each other, and I felt like I was good enough to do it after even playing the league players in stage. I felt like I was good enough. So as the year progressed, I just kept playing it, and then it got kind of boring. It like wore me out. So then I wanted something new. I wanted new scenery. Jumped into fives, and then when they start politicking about who's the best, who's this, and then my name gets brought up, it's like I really got a chance at this, and I feel like I was like peak, well not peak my skill, but like coming up, I felt like I couldn't come up any faster, so I felt like I had to go for it.
Yeah, I'm about to say before this year, before post draft last year, I didn't really know too much about you, and just kind of came out of nowhere. And I had to run into you with it is our experience. I had to run into you firstly in the qualifier in the event center. The people that was watching, I was just playing around. He already had his draft spot. It's a 5v5 qualifier for the 2K League on the event center on the retail copy. I'm playing with randoms, and then next thing I know, I'm loading up against JaySnags. And I'm thinking like he's just gonna troll the whole time. No, he was trying super hard the entire time. He was blitzing. He had like 10 steals, what was like 30 something points. I was like, unbelievable. Do you remember when I messaged you after that?
Oh no, I don't.
I wish I could find it, but I said something along the lines like, bro, you already got your spot. Like, go home. Like, go go do something else. I was so stunned. But for the people that don't know too much about you, like, tell us a little more about like where you're from, and like more about like your family and the people that support you the most.
So born and raised in the Bronx. Mom's side Dominican family. So you already, for all the people out there, you already know how that is. Dad's side Puerto Rican. It's just a whole bunch of like Spanish. So the culture I grew up to, a whole bunch of Spanish music, foods, all that good stuff.
I know you told me you had like some siblings too. Like, these are just two brothers, right?
2-year-old brothers, 1-7, and then an older sister.
Older sister?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like kind of like the middle child, huh?
Yeah, I'm the middle child for the most part.
You had an older sister. What did she do? I'm guessing she's like out of the house and like.
Yeah, out of the house, lost the club, all that. She's what, 23, 4. So she's just enjoying her 20s for the most part.
I heard that. I know you were telling me before that like you're kind of like your mom, like when she goes to work, you're pretty much watching after all the siblings. Do they play the game at all? I know they're like pretty young, so I don't know how quick you want to get them on it.
So for the most part, my 7-year-old brother will go to school, and then I'll be left with the two twins, and they don't really do much. Watch TV, I'll play with them. They run around. The terrible twos they say. You know how you know how babies get. So it's an experience. It was an experience, but I feel like it wasn't like it was something I wanted to do. Like it was stressful, yes, but I love those kids. You know, it's something like I would always do.
What did your family like think of you like becoming a professional gamer? How did you like break it off to them, and how did they respond?
So at first it was my mom didn't really see the progression because I wasn't really winning. But as you win and that income starts to come, then it's like, oh, she starts to get happy, and that's like something she's seeing that that's something I could really do in life. And so as I kept going, more money, she just the support goes higher. And the draft night where she really knew, like even after all the interviews I got, she's really seeing like I could really do this professionally and this could really be my job. So then she just full time supported it.
How was a draft experience for you and your family?
Um, for me, I say it was cool. It was definitely a cool experience. I shed a little tear when I got the call from Cody, but I feel like the happiest moment from that was my mom cried
Mm-hmm.
out of like excitement, joy, and that's just that really tops it all. Like that's the real experience right there.
Was you like kind of like that when you had to like pack your bags and like move to Indianapolis?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Growing up, you the mama's boy. It's gonna happen at some point. Like you're gonna leave, and then she she was happy, but at the same time she was sad.
What's something you think you didn't know about being a part of the 2K League team until you got here?
Um, there's definitely I knew coming into this there was gonna be highs and lows, but I feel like it was amplified as I got onto the team because it's just you're fighting for other dudes' families. So like when you're at that low point, it's like damn, I'm like failing everybody at this point, and then your mindset starts to go down. It's just it's a whole different experience.
Yeah. So like when you at that moment to where like it's kind of tough on the mental, you're losing games, you might have a couple bad practices, things aren't going your way. Like to the people that like might be inspiring to be in the 2K League, like what are some things you've done to kind of snap back into getting your focus in the right direction and trying to be more positive to try to affect more wins, more positive incomes?
Um, I'd say try try to stay try to have that positive mindset. Try to keep it. Cody's been preaching us. For those who don't know, Cody's a coach. He's been preaching us that positive mindset. Obviously, you gotta keep it real. Like no, you gotta have that 1 to 2 people who keep it real. But still, you could maintain a positive mindset and that positive energy, and that just feeds everybody else, and then that just uplifts y'all as a team.
To take that shit to like a little bit of a different direction, I know kind of go back to what we were saying in the beginning, like you started in stage and then you got to move into the 5v5 side. Like, what do you say is better or more fun to play, the 3v3s or the 5v5s?
3v3 was all right. There's two scenarios. 3v3 is really fun to play when you're playing versus like your friends because they give you the most competition. So like if I'm loading up and I'm playing like Pluto or rec combos, like that's like I know I'm gonna get the best out of them, and it's gonna be a really good series or just one game, even in tournaments. But I feel like casual play and just flat out competition, fives is definitely way more fun.
I heard that. And then if you weren't playing 2K, what do you think you'd be doing? Or the 2K League?
I feel like if I'm not in school, I'll try to look into other esports or get a regular job.
I heard that. I know you said in 2K League interview you'd be playing COD. Are you that nice at COD? Yeah.
When I play COD like consistently, I think I'm pretty good. I feel like the pros maybe not. A step below the pros maybe. Like if I play that much, I think I could do that.
I heard that. So last question. So what do you see yourself like 5 years from now? Like you see yourself doing something within the 2K League or anything outside of esports?
I feel like I still want to be in the esports scene since I'm only 21, so I'm young. I feel like I could still get more out of this. So if I would want to still be in the league, obviously everybody says coaching, but that's not even like that's maybe like 10, yeah, like 10 seasons down. But 5, I feel like I'll still be playing by 5. So I'll say, yeah, I'll still be in the league by 5.
You think you still can be considered an old head 5 years from now?
Oh man, the kids are like 16, 17 calling me an old head, and I'm only 21. So it's like, God forbid when I hit 25, 26, I'm old at that point.
You gotta be an old head. Well, that's the last question I have for you, Julio. I appreciate you coming through, answering a few questions for the podcast. This is the Pacers Gaming Podcast presented by Salesforce. We'll see you next time.